Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Dun da da da. The red heifer was sacrificed. First of all, it says that the red heifer was sacrificed on July 8th in the West Bank, but it was disqualified because it had two black hairs. That's what online says when you try to Google it online, right? But we came across an Orthodox Jew who said they fooled the world. They act like it was going to be a practice ritual and ended up doing a real thing. He actually has video that I'm going to show you today. He also has ashes in a little bag that they gave to him. They gave it to many different people, but they gave him some ashes in a red bag. He goes over how different little boys were raised in secluded areas so they can be able to sacrifice the red heifer. They grew up. They were born to sacrifice the red heifer. Ain't that crazy? Can you imagine just being in a room not knowing anything about the world? And you're just raised so you could be raised pure to be able to sacrifice a red heifer? He said one of those boys did it. My Lord. Individual named Adam King, Orthodox Jew. He was on a Tim Pool show and he was talking about this. First of all, when I first heard about the red heifer being sacrificed, I looked it up. I seen that it said it was a practice ritual. I also seen another thing that they said it was disqualified because it had two black hairs. And I'm like, all right, well, it didn't happen then. Then I seen him on Tim Pool. And I'm going to let you guys hear exactly what I heard. Because there's different stories going all around. But the fact that I seen a bag of the ashes, and then I seen a video that he had of the actual red heifer being sacrificed, I mean, it took me back. I'm going to play the video for you guys. We're going to go on the commentary right after. Amen. Check out what he said. This is Orthodox Jew Adam King.
This was a big thing over at InfoWars and on the dissident right media for the longest time, the Jew hate media. Yeah, do you have my tweet that I actually put on my... Yes. So I basically, what happened, if you want to go to the first slide first before we play the video, about a month ago on July 1st, there was an announcement that they were going to do a practice run of the red heifer. And prior to this, the media outrage that the Jews were going to go do this red heifer, you had these lunatics like Stu Peters and others who were saying, this is going to usher in the Antichrist, blah, blah, blah. And it was like a real big media balagan. It was really a bad twist. So they said that and also the government wasn't going to let them. So what they did was they said, we're just going to do a practice one with one of the 5 disqualified cows. The government said, okay, whatever. They ended up going out, doing a real cow. One of the cow's name was Tikva. They made the offering, and it was a real offering. They did it all by the laws, and I have with me some of the ashes right here, red heifer ashes. It's pretty incredible. The red heifer, the last time that the red heifer was done was over 2,000 years ago. The first time it was done by Moses. The second time it was done by Ezra from the book in the Bible. And that shows you how long the ashes can last for. So a pure red heifer doesn't come about all the time. And in this generation, we had 21 of them that were born. Pure.
Isn't that interesting? 21 red heifers were born. 3 sevens. We know 7 speaks of completion. And 3 of them.
They picked 7 to bring to Israel. And out of the 7, Israel only allowed them to have 5 brought in. And they've been sitting around just doing nothing because the media outrage has been so astronomical about it. But the red heifer people, they fooled everybody, and they successfully performed the ritual about a month ago. Now, in the ritual, you're supposed to have hyssop. I have also hyssop that is from the actual ritual, and also the red heifer ashes. And these get put into a clay jar and then sprinkled on people in a healing ritual. And it removes the impurity of death and allows for people to heal. So since this started, they have been sprinkling on people. There was a man with Alzheimer's who just...
Notice he said it's supposed to remove the impurities of death, right? We know what that looks like in the physical, but in the spiritual, hallelujah, it's also a purification situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's different things that are killing you, but just even the red heifer being sacrificed in the physical, we understand that first the natural, then the spiritual. So, as it says in 1 Corinthians 15:46, so if there's a purification going on the outside, it's also going to come within the spiritual.
Started remembering everything, sight to the blind. There's some real miracles that have happened in the last month since this thing has gone down. But the ashes, just like I have a little bag, there was 10.5 gallons of ashes. And this is only a dime bag full. And these ashes have been disseminated. They're here to stay. They will never be found. So many people have them. And this little bag can power about 10,000 doses.
Power about it. That makes it sound like really potent cocaine.
It packs a punch. Yeah.
This is the stuff right here.
Test
man.
it for fent.
This is the. But we could go smoke this after the show. But no, I'm just kidding. Come back from the dead after you do something like that. But I have a video from the ritual, and if you want to play it, I don't know if you're. It has copyrighted music. Can you slide it so people could see the slide?
Yeah, I've been doing that.
So these are the slides of the actual ceremony being taken place, and that's tikva, and everything was done specifically according to halacha, which is Jewish law.
Mm-hmm.
It was a perfect cow, and meaning that it doesn't have a single hair that is not red. And also, it could never have been burdened with work. So you can't even lean a shovel up against the cow. They have to be treated in a very specific way for their whole life. And then the person who does the ritual can never have been in contact with death. So basically, they're not allowed to go to. They have to be of a specific bloodline. And what they do was they raise these children in like these elevated homes above the ground. And they never leave the home until they're ready to do the rituals. And that's like how they never come into contact with death. So the priest who did this literally lived in his home for over 20 years before he...
Never left?
Nope. Because he was born to do this ritual.
They must stop giving conservatives this free gold Trump survivor coin.
Wow.
And now that it's been done, the Messiah can come.
Okay, so this is you're talking about the return of the
Return
Messiah.
of the Mac. Here we go.
So this is like the Jewish Messiah is going to come back. Would that be similar? Would that be like the return of Christ, or would it be a different?
Here's
guy?
the thing. I think the most fundamental difference between Judaism and Christianity is that Judaism actually believes in reincarnation. And so the Messiah is here in every generation. And there's a process by which we are awakened enough to accept the Messiah. So if the Messiah doesn't come, he dies, he's reconstituted, born into the matrix again, and has to find his way back to another thing. We can't build the temple until this happened. And now that this happened, the Messiah can come build the third temple in Jerusalem.
He's saying they believe in reincarnation, meaning like the Messiah could have came many different times and then died and came back into a body again until this happened. That's what he means by reincarnation. So he's saying the Messiah probably came a lot of different times, but now when he comes this time, he can actually do what he's supposed to do because the red heifer was sacrificed. That's what he's saying. Interesting story. Very, very interesting. We've been talking about the red heifer on this channel for about 3 years now, maybe 4. Not too sure. But just the things that he's saying lines up. I don't know what you guys feel about it. Let me know what you guys feel in the comments. But he said that they made it seem like they were taking a disqualified red heifer, but in actuality, they took a pure one. That's what he's saying. He was there. He has the ashes. Online, it says something different. Isn't that crazy how you can't really trust online nowadays? Like you can't. It's so much just getting spread. So many people lie for views. You can't trust 90% of these different media outlets. A lot of them are just lying. It's crazy to see. And the scary part is not necessarily the liars, it's the gullible people. It's like you look in the comments and there's all kind of people arguing and fighting over something that's not even true.